Good morning. I'm Baby James B. Fortunato from Bid 3B. Today, I'm going to discuss how teaching prose. Teaching prose. Prose is literary medium distinguished from poetry especially by its greater irregularity and variety of rhythm, and its closer correspondence to the patterns of every speech from Merriam Dictionary. Furthermore, prose is derived from the Latin word prosa, part of the pairs prosa ratio, meaning straightforward speech. It is written or spoken language in its ordinary form, without metrical structure. It is also written in full grammatical structure, having mentioned everything about prose. Why is it important to teach? According to Rather 2018, teaching prose enables the students to understand the passage, to read fluently, to enrich their vocabulary, and to enjoy reading and writing. More so, it enables the learners to extend their knowledge of vocabulary and structures and to become proficient in the four language skills. Review on the genres of prose. Prose can be categorized into two, fiction and nonfiction. Number one is fiction. It is partly or totally imaginatively contrived. Authors can also choose to include factual information in a made-up story. It is often referred to as narrative prose. The following are the types of fiction. Number one, historical fiction. Number two, realistic fiction. Number three, science fiction. Number four, metafiction. Number five, romance. Number six, short story. Number seven, novel. Number eight is drama. Number two, nonfiction. It is an informational material that provides a factual information. It is also based on fact rather than imagination. The types of nonfiction are as follows. Number one, biographies. Number two, autobiographies. Number three, essay. And number four, others. Strategies in teaching prose. A prose lesson is not merely for memorization, but of learning the language. Prose lessons contain structure, vocabulary, grammar, views and ideas, and most importantly, comprehension. In teaching this genre, there are various strategies that you can use. Here are the following. Number one, silent reading. In silent reading, there is no movement of the lips or the tongue, but there should be full concentration and the thought should be full, not wander aimlessly while you are reading silently. Silent reading provides the opportunity to learn the meanings of many new words in context. Number two is prose performance. Performance-based learning is when students participate in performing tasks or activities that are meaningful and engaging. The purpose of this kind of learning is to help students acquire and apply knowledge, practice skills, and develop independent and collaborative work habits. The culminating activity or product for performance-based learning is one that lets a student demonstrate evidence of understanding through a Transfer of Skills by Kelly 2019. To make the literature class more interesting, you can provide various performances. These are some strategies that can be done in teaching prose. Number one, using title and cover design. Number two, getting into the mode. Number three, biographical montage. Number four, role playing. Number five, graphic presentation. Number six, movie poster. Seven, movie trailer. Eight, gallery walk. Nine, storytelling. Number three, dramatic performances. Dramatic performances can be simply defined as actions that are performed for audiences. A dramatic performance usually requires an audience and or an action of same kind, but it is not confined to a theatre. Consider film and does not necessarily require written text. Consider improvisations or actors. Consider poetry. Although not dependent on written text, a dramatic performances can still be described as untext because it constructs meaning through the selection of different kinds of actions and representations using various kinds of media such as film, television, theater, mime, dance, movement, spiritual arrangement, visual imagery, and sound. A multitude of meaning can be constructed. These are the activities that can be utilized in teaching dramatic performances. Number 1, act out the dialogue. 2, perform reader theater. 3, act out the story. 4, write the dialogue for a scene. 5, act out and put words to an emotion. 6, give voice to an inanimate object. 7, create a character. 8, write a monologue. 9. Meme and dubbing. Lesson design in teaching prose. Planning the lesson in literature is very important. The following are the steps for teaching prose. Number 1, introducing the prose lesson. Number 2, teaching structures. Number 3, dividing the text into smaller units. Number 4, teaching vocabulary. Number 5, model reading by the teacher. Number 6, silent reading by student. Number 7, teaching comprehension. Number 8, testing application. Number 9, loud reading by the students. Number 10, giving assignment. Materials and the resources in teaching prose. Materials and resources are important things to consider in teaching prose. Think about the following factors when you choose a piece of literature to use with learners. Number 1, do you understand enough about the text to feel comfortable using it? Number 2, is there enough time to work on the text in class? Number 3, does it with the rest of your syllabus? Number 4, is it something that could be relevant to the learners? Number 5, will it be motivating for them? Number 6, how much cultural of literary background do the learners need to be able to deal with the task? Number 7, is the level language in the text too difficult? Number 8 is does it if the student's culture. Number 9, does it if when the student's culture. And 10, are the materials interesting? Assessment in teaching prose. Here are the requirements and demands in teaching literature. Number 1, literature competence. Teachers of literature must not be only literature literate but more importantly literary component. She must read a lot of literary pieces. Number 2, broad reading background. It should develop love of literature by reading a lot. Number 3, knowledge in different methods, strategies, and techniques. Continue to find ways to make the teaching of literature meaningful, interesting, enjoyable, and even unforgettable. Number 4, knowledge of students' reading ability, language ability, and interest. Teacher must know where the students are coming from their ability level, what they have already read, their abilities and skills, and their hobbies and habits. Analyze this paradigm. Considerations: old paradigm, new paradigm. First is objectives. The old paradigm stated in terms of literary knowledge. New paradigm started on what the student should know and able to know. Number 2 is content. limited to literary texts, includes interdisciplinary and cultural connections. Next is skills, limited to lower order thinking, skill recall, memorization, summarizing, and valuing. Develop higher order thinking skills and multiple intelligences. Next is the learners, passive recipients, active learners and participants. The teacher, the center of instruction, facilitates instructions, encourage cooperative learning and discovery learning. Next is materials. Textbook as the primary resources. Ahead from textbooks, there are also authentic materials, visual, World Wide Web, film, and other sources. The last is assessment. Paper and pencil tests assist students' skills in variety of performance. And once again, I'm Baby James B. Fortunato from B3B. And that's all. Thank you for watching.